Okay, so let's jump into virtual trunking protocol. This lab, we are to gather information about the VTP configuration from Ranet switch 1 using the show command in user mode. On switch 2, you have to configure to let VTP information send from Ranet switch 1 via itself to Ranet switch 3 without any change in the VLAN database. Let's see, switch 3, you have to configure to receive VT information from switch 1 and use the received VLAN database to set members as VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's see what we got. We're going to say show VTP status. And then we're going to try to get more windows open. Show VTP status. Okay. Let's see if I can get this window back here. There we go. All right. So the first thing we need to do is configure to let VT information send to switch 3 without any change in the VLAN database. So we can do that. Let's also look here. We have version 2. Switch 2 is set up as a server, and switch 1 is set up as a server. Domain name is Ranet, and we have no domain name here. So that's the first thing we'll do. We will say VTP, actually, get in configure terminal, VTP domain, yep, Ranet. All right, that changed our name. And then they want this switch to go to receive and pass it on to switch 3. And we have 3 modes to use. We have client, server, and transparent. We're going to want transparent so that it can send the information on, and any changes that you make in this switch will not affect any of the other switches receiving VTP domain information. So we're going to do transparent, enter. All right. That should be it for that one. Let's do a show run here. Check one thing. Gig 1 and gig 2. All right, so one thing, if you're watching my last video, that I messed up was my trunk ports. It does not look like these ports connecting the other switches are set up as trunk ports. So we need to go into interface gig 01, and we need to make it a trunk port. Switch port mode trunk. And then we need to go into interface gig 02, switch port mode trunk. All right. So let's check out switch 3, configure it to receive VT information from Ranet switch 1, and use the received LAN database to set members as. All right. So let's go here. See what our VTP status currently is. On version 2, we're set up as server. We do not have a domain, so let's fix that. Oops. VTP domain Ranet. All right. Now we want to receive information from switch 1. So that's going to need to put us in VTP mode client. All right. Now, configure it to receive VT information and use the received VLAN database to set members. So let's do show, let's get out of here, show VLAN. All right, so we have VLAN 10 and 20. So we need to assign them to the interfaces. Interface FA0/1 switch port mode. Oops, access. Switch port access VLAN 10. And then we have interface fast Ethernet 0/2 and switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 20. So we can do a show run. We can see that they are now in the right VLAN. We can do a VTP status. We have version 2, switch 3 is a client, switch 1 is a server, Ranet as their domain. Do show VTP status. Alright, so that should be it. We only have 88%. Let's check our results here and see. It's like for some reason the VTP version is not registering, so let's do this. Get this guy down here. Let's end out of here. VTP version 2. And we'll come over here and do the same thing. For whatever reason it didn't work. VTP version 2. And that made it work. Must be a bug within Packet Tracer. But that completes this lab. And that is the lab on VTP. See you in the next